Hey everyone. Hey everyone, appreciate you all being here at USA Crypto Group for this AMA session with FacilFi. FacilFi is an innovative project aims to revolutionize the global e-commerce and investment services by utilizing the blockchain technology. So with that being said, I'd like to welcome Scott, Karma, Ditoshi from the team. If you guys can start out introducing yourself, talking about your team, and give us a bit of insight into your background experience.
Yeah, definitely. I can start with myself, I guess, since I'm up here on camera. So I've been in the industry for a few years. I used to still kind of do work along Andy Lin and mentored under him. I worked for Big One Exchange. I handled all their marketing at one time, from all their social medias to doing their business development with projects that were signing up to join the exchange. I also worked for Blockcast alongside. Andy would come in every once in a while, but I had the opportunity to vet a lot of projects through there, do a lot of research, and learn a lot through the industry and do some YouTube videos and interesting stuff, and really grew who I was. And of course, when Karma came along, I had the opportunity to join this project, and I couldn't turn it down because I seen what they were building, and they listened to some of my input and really took it into effect for the whole project. And I appreciated it so much. And of course, FossilFi was built, and it's just been an amazing process so far. So excited to be part of the core team.
Thanks, God. Nice words. Dean, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Hey guys, my name is Dean Toshi. I've been around crypto since 2017. You probably heard me speak in this group more than once in more than one project. I started out in 2017 and just almost instantly started working on teams. I've lost track of how many teams I've been on so far, probably in the area of 50 to 100. I just don't even know. And by far, I'm going to tell you, this is the best team I have ever worked on. I got pulled in actually by Scott probably 4, maybe 5 months ago, and I've been watching from above, just kind of waiting and seeing how everything's building out. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh man, these guys are doing great. So maybe I'll just poke my head in and start to, helping to build a little bit. And yeah, we've just been going gangbusters ever since I've been in there anyways. And yeah, 25 people on the team, voice chats every day. And they've just been building and building and building. And we haven't even hit the private sale yet. So, geez, it's been crazy. Besides that, yeah, it's just like a family in the back room to me. I go in there, and every once in a while I'll throw a fit, or somebody will throw a fit, and everybody will be like, whoa, and they start straightening up and start, busting their asses even more. It's just funny to watch, actually. But no, this is going to be like one of my top projects for this bull run coming up. Yeah, I'm very excited for FacilFi. And Karma, he's one of the founders too. So why don't you introduce yourself, Karma?
Of course. I want to give thank you again, Seattle, for having us here. It's a really nice chance to present our project in front of the strong community of the USA Crypto Eagles. And well, personally, I have been a businessman, but an entrepreneur at the same time. Since around 20 years of my life, I have worked in many jobs that I have created them myself. In some moment, I entered into crypto by a friend that he explained to me that this economy, I was attracted by the DeFi models from the beginning, because they represented for me in the childhood a fantasy, and today they are real. So I entered to study these models. I found many projects that were really interesting, as well many projects that were really against my philosophy of economics as well. So when I entered, I started leading some projects that were really successful till the date, with really great market caps, all-time highs, and also huge communities. So in that sense, I got a lot of experience on blockchain, on how to deal with communities, on how to deal with decentralization, with real decentralization, not only blockchain by per se. And actually, with a lot of friends on blockchain that we made these years, that we have pretty much similar way or style of thinking in this sense. We saw all these problematics that are happening today on blockchain, the insecurity parts, the projects that are not solid or are just copied contracts, like a not real serious market. So in that sense, we want to help to improve this, and we created a project that we called the FacilFi, and today we are here after around 8 months, ready to launch our private sale. That's my presentation, personally. Thank you.
Thank you guys for the introduction there. Is there anyone else?
Yeah, Stix is here as well. He's one of the co-founders, but I'm not sure if he's available to present.
Absolutely, I'm right here.
Hey, Stix.
Hi everyone. So my name is Stix, and just like Carmen just said, I've personally been an entrepreneur my whole life. I've been into crypto since around 2012, 2013, and yeah, over time I just took some like a little break off it, just because of how life was going. I had other focus in my life, and I just went with that. But then a few years back, um, one of my friends introduced me to this crypto project that I won't mention for now, but down the line you guys will find out. Uh, but generally speaking, like yeah, that's how I met Karma, and I joined that team. And just like Dean and Scott were saying earlier, we do we do AMAs and voice chats like nothing consistently. Every single day we're on the voice chat. And this is not something new to FacilFi. It's something that we've been doing in other crypto projects, and that's exactly why I felt comfortable um, joining Karma when he came up with the FacilFi idea. So for the most part, that's all I have to say. It's just you should come check out our project. We're definitely authentic people. We're not putting up any fronts. We're just being honest. We have a vision, and we hope you guys can see it too.
Thank you, Stix. You mentioned something really interesting, that we work every day and we
Absolutely.
make AMAs. I mean, we have the chat voice open constantly. Is that we have a training on building. We learned on blockchain that building is something that is part of a movement more than a philosophy that some people have. And if you have these values and you transfer these values to the communities, they have those same values of building. So we come strong with that movement of building, and that. Thank you
Exactly.
for mentioning. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for the introduction there, guys. Yeah, it seems to me that you guys not only came from an extensive crypto background, especially Dean, 2016 you mentioned, but also in business as well. So I think that's very crucial. And I think that's what the space is lack of. It's actually real business people.
Right.
Approach a project in a business, in a real business manner. And I think that's actually necessary in the space.
Yeah, I didn't even get into myself and my business experience. I have owned my own business for most of my adult life, really. So yeah, the amount of business experience just with the four of us alone is huge. But we have a lot more bigger names and bigger guys in the back room that we can't really, say too much about.
Yeah, or maybe we can mention is.
You can,
really,
yeah.
It's really great in that sense, because apart from assuming that blockchain is a system that moves economics, so more than just people who wants to entrepreneur here, you need people that understand how economic system works, right? especially in DeFi, especially in how blockchain works, etc. But at the same time, during this period of building and creating a perfect team, many people has joined us. That I'm not sure how to explain this. Maybe Scott, that he knows perfect about the manifestation, but it's like perfect people has come to us that somehow they are taking the risk same as us on this project. So I think that that's lovely. That, for example, the person that we are working with the projection economics for this project is an ex-director of Corfo in South America and a director of economics in 2 important universities. So at the same time, when we speak with investors, we show the projections that we show are made by an important entity from South America with a long experience on it. So somehow our project is taking a lot of strength from that side, that apart from the modality that we already planned and the ecosystem that we are delivering today, we have a huge team that even me, that I have a long trajectory on this, I have never seen a strong team united under the same purpose.
And the way he's talking about manifestation it's really true. Like, I feel like sometimes this team was meant to be together. Like, it just fit perfectly, and the opportunities or network that we've grown since we first started, every team member fit another piece to the puzzle. And I don't know if you guys all believe in manifesting, but the way this project came together really feels like it was meant to happen, and we're super excited for the future.
Yeah, I think we all can actually see that dynamic and the cohesive that you guys have going on here, which is, I think, is necessary, especially in trying to build a big business, right? Especially with you guys, I read through your white paper and it seemed very massive, and I cannot wait to dig deeper into that. So right out the gate, I mean, you guys trying to revolutionize the global e-commerce and investment services. So it seems like Karma it seems to me, now I don't know yet, but you're the leader and you're the one that started the idea, and just one person come in and just help participate and recruit another person. So let me ask you this, Karma, what inspired you to build this FacilFi platform?
Thank you, Seattle, for your perception under this. But we co-founded this project, first of all, with another friend that is not here, sadly, but normally he's here. It's because now it's very late there, so probably he's sleeping, as a daughter as well. But we were working on a project that is 100% decentralized, with a contract renounced. So the tenants is completely from the community. And we were both leaders on that project, and we saw many fallacies or problems in the real DeFi economies. That's my target personally under this project, is to like improve totally the modality of decentralization. So I try to be close to this project, like to the most decentralized format of project possible in blockchain. And I detected a lot of problems that happens here. First of all, for example, when you have a decentralized project, the money doesn't go to owners, goes to the people back. So, and in ways of benefit to them as well. So the ways of lifting capital, or to live, to have a salary from those kind of projects are really complicated. And it's one of the solutions that we bring with FacilFi. Also, another thing that I really loved working on DeFi projects is that the responsibility that comes to the community when they are the real owners or the real representatives of their own economy. It's a strong manifestation of energy. It's a strong manifestation of like correlation that you can see on the communities. That you don't see in centralized projects, or projects that you see that the distribution of money is a little strange, right? It's like they use a lot the people of money to to make giveaways or to do things like that. I am not personally agree with those models because I am not agree playing with the money of people. So you will see that since we are explaining this project, it will look like a little bank, but in the most decentralized way possible, even with terminologies that are based on study cases and business models that we applied on FacilFi that today doesn't exist. But in terms of numbers and algorithms, it's solved. So maybe we can onboard on those thematics after. I think that's the inspiration behind this, apart from the option of making all of our ideas under the same project that is a solid one and can be like easily understood, not too much complicated like blockchain in general. That's all.
Yeah, thanks for that, Karma. Yeah, definitely. You guys are very ambitious. And back to what you're saying, Scott, I think manifestation, I think is actually, I believe in it. And at the same time, I think it start with you, right? Thoughts then becomes action, right? And becomes with your moral compass and the value, right? Then you start to attract people that align with your integrity or values, etc., right?
Right.
A lot of people think it's luck, but I don't think it is. It's because just the way your actions every single day. When you think of something, you take actions on it, right? Or you act in a certain way, and you attract naturally your energy, attract other people that aligns with your energy as well.
Right.
So I think that's
Absolutely.
manifestation to me. So yeah, no, great job putting the team together. Now, yeah, let's go into your project, your utilities, your use cases, because you guys have a lot of them. So I'll let you guys decide how you guys want to present your project. If there's, let's say after like a certain topic or a utility, if I may go in and ask some questions, right, to further clarify, if that's okay.
Sure.
Yeah, we did speak to a lot of our utilities in the open mic that we just did for you guys. So we were kind of thinking maybe we could dive deeper into the marketplace and our plans for the marketplace. Is that all right, Karma? Or?
Right. No, that's a perfect way to explain this. Yes, because the last time we were here, we made like an explaining of the use cases, but maybe we could explain them very fast, like not more than 5 minutes, and then we could go on board the marketplace. That is a future use case that we are going to develop, and that is already developed somehow because the coding on that, the backend is ready, and it needs a little more work on it, etc. But it's not that we haven't started with it. It's already very advanced. So it's for the future, but it's something that we can talk already today. Well, I'm going to explain the use cases that we have. And also to say something is that normally in projects that are starting in the market, they make a roadmap. And during the roadmap, there are a lot of developments. And here we found another problematic is that many projects that promote too much the future, it's not necessary, it has to be like that, right? So sometimes the projects say something and in the end doesn't happen. And this is also many reasons why many projects die in the end, because it's not that their system is bad in the first instance, but then the project cannot develop anymore in the future for X circumstances, and it could end in a really, really bad result. So we provide immediately before launching, even before private sales, a full platform with 7 use cases that are ready to use for the launching. But before that, people can test them by using a BNB testnet or joining the private sale in that moment. So the idea is that people can test it before joining. That we think that is the most fair way to offer a product, right? This FacilFi is a full platform full of products, but in the end, we can talk a lot. We can make a lot of FOMO because that's like a tool as well. But if we don't show something real, something practical, will not be the ideal result. So I start like that, explaining the use cases. we have a token that is a utility token. It's the official token of FacilFi that is called Facil. The ticker is Facil. It's a token that has a hybrid contract that is based on two phases. The first part of this hybrid contract is based on a centralized modality where the tokenomics is based on the tokenomics. The tokenomics will work mostly for fueling the ecosystem, but also will have a percentage for developing. That is 2% of every transaction. That what will pay that the listings, the auditories, etc. I mean, is money. It's a liquidity pool. I mean, it's like money that needs to pay cost of the company, but at the same time it has to pay salaries because we have a huge team behind and everyone is very professional. So we need to pay to them as well as salary. But in the second phase, after a certain goal with the community, we're planning still this could be based on the market cap or could be based on the balance of the contract that I will explain that as well later. But after a certain goal, we're going to renounce the contract and give the tenants of the contract to the community. So as well, the destiny of the token and the system of decentralization that will happen in that moment will come with a DAO model that is a system of voting that we already developed as well, but is made for the future when this happens. And the system of votes is going to be based on not on power based on the holders or the major holders, because we saw that problematic as well in other projects that they also make DAO votes like this system that we're providing, but in another way where they provide most power of voting to people who has more holdings, right? More tokens. And we think that's unfair because that doesn't represent in the end what are the real necessities of the community. So we have a democratic model that also works with over the 50%. So if it's 51, will be changed. But what are the options for them on voting? It's a democracy that is based on it's a limited democracy that is based on the changing of percentages of the tokenomics. So they can choose how to move the percentages of the tokenomics in their favor. Some topics of that are the backing system, the burning tool, the liquidity for PancakeSwap for the market cap, or for I think those are the 3 points. Sorry, those are the 3 points. So they can move the percentages that are allocated for that and move it into their benefit. Yes. Another point of the token is that it's well, it can be used in all the ecosystem and also has a backing system. There is another use case. It's a backing that is allocated on the balance of the contract. It's not another address. It's not another token. It's inside of our contract. It's the balance that is based on BNB. So how this balance works is that the balance equiparates the BNB's values that it has into the floor of the Facil token. So it's backing the Facil token into the floor price. And how does the backing system is fueled? By the tokenomics and by the fees of the tools that provides the ecosystem. So as example, 2% of every buy and sell on the Facil token will go to the backing system. That will be an ever-growing balance of BNBs that will always will be supporting the floor price of the Facil token, meaning that it's increasing the floor of the backing of the Facil token in time.
Yeah, and that also will be built up from funding from the private sale. Like a part of the private sale will build up our backing system.
Right.
So
right.
35%, I think, of funds collected in the private sale will be part of the backing system. So it's actually going to be like two different liquidity pools. Like we'll have one on PancakeSwap, but we'll also have our backing system over on the other side, which, if you have tokens, you could actually bring them over to the backing system and take out BNB there, and your tokens end up getting burnt. So it's deflationary over here in the backing system, which, if people want to burn some tokens, that's probably the best way to do it. But yeah, no, sorry to interrupt there, Karma, but
no,
I needed
thank you,
to get
Dean.
that across.
It's very important. Yes, it's because on the website, I don't know, Scott, if you can put the backing there. You will see that you have the option to change your Facil tokens for BNBs that are the BNBs that corresponds to you on the balance of the contract. And when you are changing them or you're swapping them, what you're doing is activating the burning tool. So you're going to be burning the Facil tokens, transforming this into a deflationary model. Yeah.
So if I hear it correctly, so ultimately, your backing system, what it does is that it ensures the value of the token regardless of the market conditions, whether it's up or down. Correct?
Exactly. The idea is that makes a resistance for the corrections on the market caps. Like it's like a way of stopping this, because the price of the token can go up or can go down, but cannot go more down than the price of the balance, and the price of the balance is constantly increasing. So there is a kind of resistance based on that, and also apart from that, we have a protocol of security that is called, we call it anti-dumping model, that I want to explain it in the security part. But yeah, I said I was gonna do this very fast, but it's taking a lot of time. I'm going to explain a little more faster, okay?
No, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The backing system that I already explained about it with Dean. We have our swap tool, that is our exchange tool. It has very low fees, and we have partnership strategies that we want to apply over it. We have a lending system that are safe lendings based on the backing system as well, where people can withdraw the BNBs that are located there corresponding to their investment, but the contract will keep the tokens. So if the person doesn't pay the lend back, the contract will burn the tokens, netting the operation. And the lending provides a lot of benefits for the users, because this is not like the classical lending that you have of the bank, that the benefit is that you acquire the money in the moment, but then you have to pay the interest. But in our case, well, we have very small interest, but we provide also a long-term for payment. You can pay maximum in 2 years. So what you can do in that time with the BNBs, you can use the volatility on your favor, right? You can ask a lending when the BNB is down, or when it's up, and you can pay when it's down, for example. So in the end, you can use this lending in your favor. That is super different from the other lendings that normally the lending options that normally are on the market. We also have
it's deflationary as well. Like it you can burn tokens on it, so it's another deflationary protocol that we have.
Right. Also, it's like we tried our ecosystem to make it a burning tool as well, complete. So everything helps the burning constantly. That's why also we have a huge supply, but also because of other things that are related to the marketplace and the reward system that are planned for that. Apart from that, we have another use case that is called the staking. Everyone knows staking, but our difference is that the liquidity pool of staking is based on some other fees that we have over the ecosystem, apart from the tokenomics, where 1% of every buy and sell will go to the stacking pool of the staking, meaning that the more transactions we have, the ROI over that will be more robust. And to finish, what we have is also a system of P2P, peer-to-peer, where people can buy and sell tokens under an auction model. They can choose from the percentage of investment they have, they can choose the percentage they want to sell, and also they can choose the price they want to sell those tokens based on the market cap. They can sell it a little more high or a little more down. They can fail or be successful under this, but the model is there. that in this sense, what this happens here is that this will not affect the market cap. They will avoid the cost of slippage, and also will avoid the cost of tokenomics, because it's intra-platform. And apart from that, we have other products for the roadmap that are the wallet. We have other things that I prefer maybe people.
Maybe Scott could talk about the MEV protection and stuff like that.
Right. Let's take a little jump, because we have an extra tool that we don't consider part of the ecosystem, but it's part as well of the products that FacilFi offers. That is our security. That I will try to mention as well very fast. So, okay. First of all, we have our pre-sale modality that has an anti-dump model that we talk about. That the liquidity is locked because we never touch any money, or everything goes directly to the contract and is automatized. So everything is locked there. We cannot touch it. Well, the anti-dump model that we explained before, but I would like to talk now that investors of private sale will have a period of 30 days where they will be able to withdraw a 10% of their initial investment to their corresponding investment, right? So that will bring us the possibility to understand the corrections every 30 days, approximately, right? Because it's every 30 days, but people maybe can prefer to hold, or maybe can withdraw in 31 or 33 days after. But we will see that this 10% will be an estimation of on the corrections that will happen. And we will try to, apart from the modality that prevents the anti-dumping model, we will, that prevents the dumpings, we are going to try to find even solutions for that, because we will see it's very good that we will not have important corrections or important reflections. Also, we want to keep the transparency through DAO, supporting the decentralized finances around the world. We launched on BNBChain. That is one of the most powerful chains around the world. We have a safe contract that prevents front runner bots, that probably many people that are developers here knows the problem of front runner bots and how they manipulate the markets. We have a system that is proof against reentrancy attacks, that also many exchanges have been attacked this way and lose millions and millions of dollars, creating big problems. This is solved under our contract. And we have safe transactions, where we have a function of TFA, that is a two-factor authorization, where people have to provide, or the members, the users have to provide a password that will be given by the system in the moment of transaction. So that way is the only way to move the assets. If you don't have the password, you will not be able to move them. This is very good because, for example, if your wallet got hacked or vulneralized, I'm sorry, my English, sorry. What happens is that the thief can take out all your tokens, but the Facil token will remain there, because the hacker will need to enter into platform, connect the wallet, and will need the authentication factor that will be the password. So that's really nice. And also, as a contingency, we make another function that is the collateral address backup. That if you still feel that you have a vulnerability on your wallet, or you have a problem in future because you lost your keys of your wallet, etc., you will come here to FacilFi platform, ask for the password that corresponds to you after connecting wallet, and you will be able to move your assets to this backup address. So that's, I think, the points of security that we provide. And now we can start talking about the marketplace, if we don't want to talk about another topic. Thank you.
No, it's that's okay. Yeah, so all that seems like everything that you just spoke on there, Karma. So all that, like the lending, the staking, and all that will be on your DEX itself, correct? Which is a decentralized.
It's already there. Yeah,
It's already
if you
there.
go to, yes, if you go to FacilFi and you see on the screen, the Scott is showing the DEX because I don't know, maybe Scott, if you want to show a little the website, but here is the DEX is already developed. People can check it by themselves, and we are going to open the testing season very soon, officially. So people will be able to join if they have a BNB testnets. That you can claim them freely on internet. They will be able to use them and test the platform, but they will have to provide us first their address, BEP20, right? Because we need to give them access through the whitelist.
Perfect. All right. So the DEX is live, guys. So you guys can check that out. All right. Sounds good. Now let's go into your marketplace. But before we do that, though, hopefully you guys, the marketplace has to do with the e-commerce, right? Because when I read your mission statement, you guys want to revolutionize the e-commerce and investing services. Now I can see the DEX and lending and all that staking, it can be investing. Now, e-commerce is a pretty much a digital online marketplace that connects sellers and buyers, right? Vice versa. So with that, let's talk about your e-commerce marketplace.
Okay. As you said, first of all, we are not like targeted as the classical marketplaces that are on blockchain, because normally they target to NFTs. That's the normal marketplace on blockchain, what you can find. And you can find also some rare study cases about e-commerces that really works connected with blockchain. And that's a little what we are trying to point. But these marketplaces that I'm mentioning are not big examples because they are not very successful. So we studied, of course, their models. We studied what are the products, and in the end, it's totally different from what we are planning from the beginning. It's totally different model, and maybe I'm going to explain it totally. But could you provide me, please, 2 minutes, because I need to go to the toilet, and I'll be back. The meeting is kind of long, so.
Hey, I can take over a little bit here.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Yeah, this is a way for mass adoption pretty well. Like, we want to have a marketplace where people can actually use their crypto, or they can use fiat. Either way.
So Dean, before you go on, let's put more emphasis when you guys say marketplace. Give me the details. What is in the marketplace?
Well, it could really be anything, to tell you the truth. But what we're going to be starting off with will be like textiles, like shirts, clothing. You know, people like to have Bitcoin shirts and stuff like that, or, you know, with their own branding, stuff like that. We already have manufacturers. Oh, go ahead. Scott,
Sorry, Dean. I was going to say, I mentioned as well, when we get more projects on the actual swap itself too, we are going to take merchandise and different things from projects and facilitate it into our marketplace as well. So it's a win-win for both the projects that are joining our DEX or swap, and for ourselves. And I just needed to add that it's not just about the Bitcoin shirts. The Bitcoin shirts would be great, but if we have other projects joining us or collaborating with us, then we're taking their merchandise and selling it, and it's a win-win for the community as well as that project too. So
yeah, that's where I was going with that. Like, any project coming on board, you know, if you guys had a merchandise or like a merch shop, that could be a little part of our hold on one second, I'm getting interrupted. Sorry, Scott, you can take over.
no worries. The other thing too isn't just merchandise. You need to look at the future of the way everything is going. So we're looking at assets as well. There could be fruit, real estate, it could be silver, gold. There's a lot of different things that we could sell on the marketplace and use, and there's benefits to having it and actually having people list their products on the actual marketplace itself. And now that Karma's back, I'll let him kind of explain how the benefits are for the people that would be joining the marketplace itself.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I am sorry for the moment. I have been hours here seated, and suddenly I couldn't wait anymore. But like that.
Yeah,
Well,
that's okay.
our marketplace, I'm not sure what is already Scott and Dean presented. What you were talking about?
So Karma, so my question was, because you guys put a lot of emphasis on that marketplace,
Yeah.
which facilitate, buyers and seller. So I just want to know, like, what do you foresee the marketplace to be? Like, the
Okay.
contents of the marketplace, what's in
Okay.
it?
Okay. I will need to explain this in two phases because the marketplace has two important tools inside of it that will make a big difference compared to all the other planifications around the world projects. Really, I'm saying something like that at that level. And okay, I'm going to explain the first part is that is the wholesaling acquire of products. The whole is we're going to provide contacts of wholesalers. We already have some experience in the team with people who exported and imported, so we know these people. We are experienced on this job before, on quoting on different wholesalers around the world, in China, in Turkey, or India, that are normally producers of, for example, clothes, garments. That was the word I was looking for. Sorry. And we are going to provide in this system a catalog for the users of Facil Token that they can join into the wholesale buys, right? So in the normal like business models that we know, a company buys the wholesales and then that company puts the products on the market so they can win the margins on the sales of that. But in our case, we are going to open pools for community members so they can pay percentages of these wholesales. As an example, we are going to buy 1,000 t-shirts with a branding of a partnership in crypto, as an example, and the wholesale buy of that product will be open for the community to buy. So when the wholesale buy is totally paid and the wholesaler is paid as well, the products automatically go to the market, to the marketplace. That is the phase two. It's the second part that I wanted to talk, where in the marketplace the products will go to sell at the price of quotation on the market, right? So if people bought, I don't know, 10 t-shirts, everyone in $1 on the wholesale buy, in the market they will be sold at $5, and the winners of that margin of difference will be the people or the users of Facil Token, the members or the community members that invest in the wholesale investment. So what is the plan behind this is to generate microeconomies based on decentralization communities, based on DeFi communities. We, by this model, we think that we can create an easy adoption in the world. And also this model doesn't, for example, the invoices are not needed because you have the blockchain in the middle that is very transparent and everything is automatized. So it's very evolved in the decentralized economics model. In that way, it's very evolved. And we think that by this model, we call it decentralized adoption, that many blockchain projects talks about adoption and they try to think in the future that they want to do this, but they don't have the solution or they don't understand how to do it. And in our case, we created a model that is totally decentralized. It works with the fungible products. It works to generate microeconomies. And in the end, it's for adoption in a decentralized way. With this model, people could make salaries. If it's achievable, the model perfectly, the people could live by this model. And also another things that
that's not going to stop like at cryptocurrencies. That's not going to stop with, projects and stuff like that. We could go into a village in Africa and that village could be using our marketplace. They could be saving their money, buying a lot, and then using that lot to build more of an economy in that little village. Not just in Africa, but anywhere in the world we can do this. That's what he's talking about when he's talking about microeconomies. It's
right.
It's very exciting, guys.
Exactly. It's like if people think that we have a marketplace, it would more like near to think that we are targeting something more like an Amazon instead of an OpenSea. So, but with the Web3 functions integrated with microeconomics applied in business models that let people buy into the wholesales directly and have benefits in the marketplace. The marketplace provides also that we found also this problematic in many marketplaces, that they don't provide commentaries. So because we think that the commentaries of people are very important, the comments. So we have a voting system on comments as well. People can share comments about the products if they like, if they not, if they want, they can upload a picture and show how they look with the product using it. People can vote if it's correct or not. And those interactions that we think that are very important are part of our rewards model. So we have a system that is based on the Internet of Things, on Python, to give value to the commentaries of the community. So we know who are the people who bought products, we know who are the people who are community members and who are not, and people who applies to everything, like he's a real buyer of the product, and we know by contract, because every product is a contract, we will be able to give them also rewards by their interactivity.
This is the holy grail of everything, guys. This is real world utility being brought into blockchain, and blockchain being brought into the real world. It's you gotta stop me. I'm just getting too hyped up. Sorry, Kamer. I'll let you go.
But we made this very serious, like we know that this model could maybe change the paradigm of blockchain. That's the idea, but that's the minimum as well. That's what we think is like, we are not satisfied on making a meme token and provide a distribution for people. That's not our style. We want to create real changes. We believe in DeFi, especially today that the inflation is affecting everyone around the world. So we really believe in economies that are managed by the people, exactly like blockchain works. And to establish correctly, we needed this. So we try to make all the tools that are possible for people. We also think about this model of marketplace that I'm sure that many people thought about this model. Like, how about if many people buy products on wholesale and then all those people get benefits from that? But we achieve it, and it's already made. So for the future, I think for a few months after launching our project to the market, with the money that we will get from there as well to pay services, etc., we will try to grow the idea of this marketplace to make a powerful one, right? Not to send into the market something very bad. We are going to, of course, open it as we did with our website. We never close it. We maintain it open it from the day one. So all the people, even family members, or friends, we were sending to them so they can check the website. And that's the part of our storytelling, because we wanted to show to people how we make it. Many exchanges that they know us before in time, we explained to them that we were creating this, and we showed the project how it was evolving little by little, and they were very impressed. They say, wow, you're advancing fast. Wow, you have really special tools. And that's we also understand that that's the correct way of making a real relation, right? It's not that we want to just give surprises. We want to show what is the reality behind it. So that.
Oh, sorry, Karma. I was just going to jump in really quick because I know time is almost up. So I just want to say one little piece or whatever. This is for any country that's fighting inflation or issues without banking systems in them, such as Africa, India, where the banking systems aren't proper, even in the Philippines, for instance. This gives a use case that everyone can use without having the facilities in place. And that's why this is built to be mobile app friendly as well. So, I mean, you can use your mobile phone and interact with the whole contract. I think that makes a huge difference for the project and what we're building. There's so many different communities and countries and places that can take advantage of this that haven't had the ability to take advantage of other projects because people concentrate on the next new thing, the most highly graphic costing thing that only computers could run, instead of concentrating on countries like Africa, India, the Philippines, South America, and places like that. It's a way to fight these huge interest rates that you're seeing in Turkey itself, for one. South America, I know Argentina is fighting huge inflation right now. Venezuela, Africa is fighting the same things right now. So I mean, to be able to have a system that you're not worried about the fiat system and the inflation that is going on in there, you're only on here to help yourself and to further yourself, versus worrying about paying such a high tax on every transaction and everything that's happening. So I just want to throw that out there.
Right. Oh, we also forgot to mention, really important, and I'm sorry, but we didn't mention that we have a zero transaction fee. If I send my Facil tokens to Seattle, and you will receive the same amount that I sent to you. Because,
zero transfer.
Exactly. So that's a way that we support a lot. Scott mentioned Argentina with a 50% inflation over their coin, and they regulated the new president Milei. He made a new regulation, like a new plan of an economy where he it's like free trade of currencies, and he applied zero cost fees on transaction with cryptocurrency. So there you can see like how they push on adoption, right? It's like, or you pay with the national coin and you pay 50% of taxes, or you pay zero with cryptocurrency. So it's like FacilFi is made for those economies. Argentina is a 60 million volume of population. So if we see an important adoption there, of course, FacilFi will target a little more to South America. We haven't talked about our communities also during this interview, but we have strong communities. We haven't launched into the market. Our private sale is not there as well, but our Turkish community is around the 600 members already. Our global community is around the 400. We just surpassed the 400 today, and it's people that the blockchain, that they know us, they know the successful behind the last projects, and also they know how we are working. There are many influencers inside of this that I'm really amazed of that. Many people that I used to follow and check the news from them, they are following us back. So it's like we're having a really good hype. For that, we plan an education campaign where we are showing infographics. We are working hard on more ways to improve the education. Assuming also that we are doing the testing season very, very soon these days. Also, we are going to start providing the official link for a private sale for people who are going to win the tickets today here as an example, or big investors that are joining these days as well. Like that, I wanted to talk a little more about the community because it's really great. We have already 6 communities or 7 groups of communities around the world.
Yeah, an hour is just not long enough. Sorry, you were breaking up there, Karma. Yeah, an hour is just not long enough for this project, really, for the amount of work that we put into it. It's just it's just silly to try and ram it into an hour. But yeah, it's at the hour mark now.
Yeah, no, we definitely. So let's just recap really quick. So the DEX is actually live. I'm actually looking at it right now. So on the DEX there, you guys will see the swap, the P2P, which is peer-to-peer protocol, where you can literally just directly exchange from one person to another. You have the staking protocol. You got the lending as well, and they have the backing system, which is actually very unique. That ensures the value of the token regardless whether the price is up and down, right? So it kind of give that stabilization there into the token as well. Then they're all building a marketplace, which to me seems that it's pretty much open to everything, right? Ultimately, but it seems like they are concentrating on wholesale businesses first. Now, I got to ask you though, with the marketplace, right? So the biggest wholesale marketplace that we know is Alibaba, right? Which is by Jack Ma, one of the most smartest businessmen ever.
Right.
I'm not sure when the marketplace will be launched, but that comes with the logistics side of it as well. Now I'm pretty sure that you guys have thought about this out, right? In regards to like shipping, right?
Yeah,
International shipping.
all the
So
all the all the logistical part is under the cost of the wholesale. So in the end, we are just our work here as a marketplace is just interconnect the the needs of rising capital by mixing with the capacity of a wholesaler, right? So people can choose what to buy from their catalogs, and in the end, put it on the marketplace, and the wholesalers will be happy to show. Also, another feature is to bolt to the wholesalers, so the people will be able to check what are the best wholesalers. This is a thing that has to be constructed on time, like any or any website like of this kind that we are talking about, that they need like a roadmap of growth. And in the end, their platform is like YouTube. You know, I have the best example on that YouTube was made to upload videos of pets, and today is from Google and is competing directly in the market, for example, to the movies. It's more successful than even the movies on the cinema. So um, why is so big today? Because the platform supports that. You know, like first of all, we want to target products of blockchain, but if the platform supports, because as you see, the model is like a Kickstarter model, we can start increasing this model and put it in other economic models around the world, like for example the food, the metals, agronomy, and like that. You know, it will depend on the expansion of the platform itself in rigor.
yeah, definitely. I love to see a marketplace that is strictly on the blockchain, right? Utilizing the blockchain, using the blockchain technology, where even a person doesn't really have to reveal the identity in order to purchase something and able to get the item that they purchase, right? I think ultimately, eventually, I think we will get there for sure. And so I think you guys, having a plan for a marketplace like this right now, which is amazing. I think, it's just, and I look forward to see you guys, how you guys are going to build this out. Because I think if implemented correctly, a marketplace on a blockchain would be massive, massive. But that comes with a lot of hardships, right? The
Exactly.
adoptions, the logistics side of it as well. But it seems that you guys do have a big team, and it seems that you guys are very smart people. So I look forward to your journey.
Exactly. But as I explained before, the logistical part, we take it very simple because we are not in charge, for example, of sending the product. So in that sense, the platform will provide something that is not much complicated. Also, maybe we could advance on logistical in the future, but that's a millionaire addition into this. So it also has to be considered. Is probably one of the most important things in terms of delivering products, the logistical part, but and the logistical costs. But it's not our terms for the moment. It's not what we are targeting on, and of course the main problematic that we want to solve is the adoption. That's why we created the model. We titled it. It's not very. I think that nobody here is very used to hear projects like the ones that we are talking, like these kind of ideas, because are new. In fact, it's like we are creating them today. They are not created in the past. So as you said, it's something that we have to get used to because they are going to happen in the future today with FacilFi, right? Is
I like that. I like that. Might as well be you guys, right? Now I definitely see your vision behind where you allow wholesaler or whoever sells on the platform responsible 100% for the logistics side of it. I definitely can see that. Uh, Now, yeah, so I definitely can see the wholesaler side of it. The reason why is that because actually I've done international shipping a lot. I actually used to ship containers to US. I work over in Thailand, Vietnam, and China as well. So usually the wholesaler, so the shipping freight fee, right, is based off the volume that you do, right? So a wholesaler who sells a lot, they will cut their freight fee or the shipping fee almost like by 75%. And that's what we did. So if you go to like a FedEx, etc., an ordinary person will have to pay, to say, $100. And I will only pay like $20 just because the volume that we will do. Uh, So I definitely see that. But as far as individual sellers, the shipping fee is going to be, it's a bit up there, right? For an individual to manage. For example, let's say Karma, you go sell something on a marketplace, and you're from a different country, and I buy it over here. Let's say a product is $10, and the shipping fee is probably going to be like, I don't know, probably $80, $90, right? Um, so I think that's something that I think you guys have to, I guess, and I'm pretty sure you guys have thought about it already, to figure out the logistics side to get it out.
In
To
that
I
sense,
guess
we have tried to make solutions to that, and we have like option A, option B, option C, because, for example, after the wholesale is paid, the products go to the marketplace, and in the marketplace, the products will have the cost of a study case of that product in the general markets, but also will have a cost applied on the of the internal or external shipping. So it will depend on the region you are. That's the most interesting thing, because FacilFi will have options in the marketplace for countries. It's like if you are from I don't know, UK, it will be FacilFi Market UK. So you will have different shipping prices cost depending if the company that is a wholesaler comes from there, right? That will be different than if the person is asking from that product on Chile or South America. And another thing is that every action under this in the phase 1 or 2 will have our cost as well, our cost of service. So maybe we can support those costs of shipping in case that are too high. We could support those costs by paying from the same fees. So it's another option that we can make them like more lower in case that it's so big, but because in the end it's paid by the general cost of the operation. It will not be too much probably.
correct. And as well as, if you have a platform where, let's say FedEx is getting a lot of volume through you guys, through FacilFi, right? And you can certainly negotiate that, right? Negotiate that and pass that account to your shipper, right? And able to utilize that account just because you guys do a lot of volume. So I see that angle as well. But no, I definitely hear what you're saying there, Karma. Yeah, sounds great, guys. You guys are very, very ambitious, and I think you guys in the forefront of this marketplace, opportunity in the blockchain for sure. And I very much looking forward to see your journey.
Thank you. Thank you
Thanks
very much.
so much. Appreciate it a lot.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so I just want to just circle back to the basic really quick, and let's talk about the pre-sale. When is that going to happen, and when do you guys foresee the whole process to the launch date? You guys have a tentative date on that yet?
Yes. Do you want to talk about it, Scott? Or me?
You know more the dates. I know the specifics. Like we are doing the private sale. We're gonna get started here right away. But I'll let you talk about the pre-sale and the official launches.
Sure. Well, the private sale is open today. We are discussing with venture capitals, with angel investors, with natural people as well, to raise capital to activate the backing system. In the end, that's the main objective of the private sale. But officially, we are going to launch this next week, because this week we are going to activate a protocol of work that we were waiting this moment to establish. So after that, many things will change in terms of improves, and a date that is the list that I want to touch, bro, is because we could launch now. We are also waiting for some things to be perfect launch, right? But we could launch now. The only problem is that we don't want to launch now because it's not the best moment, and it's not the best moment for anyone. The best moment that we want to launch is during around like the halving Bitcoin, right? Because we know what happened in history on the other halving Bitcoins. In addition that today we have the ETF and the market making from the factical powers in the economy. But we will see some important reflections on the market after this event. Also, assuming the point that I mentioned, we want to grab the domino effect because I am a lever of an all-time high situation. I have been on a bull market. I know what happens. I know how fast happens also as well. And we want to be prepared for that moment. So FacilFi goes to the moon correctly. That's, I think, the best way we can explain, and that's what we are doing to explain to the community our plan of launching. Is like hold, because the perfect moment is in front of us. It's like we have to be patient and prepare everything to launch the correct market.
Right. And actually, I just want to remind everyone that it's actually the team's been working on it for 8 months. To say, actually, you look at the project right now, right? You actually, the DEX is done, the swap is done, the staking is done, the lending's done. So this actually, the team had accomplished a lot of things already, right? Now the marketplace come in the future, but if you zoom out, it's not one of those projects where I'm going to raise money to start building. They've actually been building. Now they're going to raise money. So it's actually, the approach is actually how a real live business would do, right? So because they came from real business background there. So okay, give us a heads up when you guys do your pre-sale. Okay, we go ahead and follow and pin for you guys, and also alert our community as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Maybe Scott, do you want to show like the homepage, because our concept that we made for FacilFi is very different from the blockchain projects normally. It's like if you go to an exchange, you will see that they use different colors, different icons, but it's not that you're going to get impressed or that you're going to see something that is different. In our case, we created like a city that is the FacilFi city. It's a decentralized utopic city that is amazing. It has technology. We created some technology for that. So we changed like the normal icons of swap, of P2P or things like that, and we generate like a full like illustrations around that ecosystem, and we present our project like this. Look, if you go to the ecosystem, Scott, please, if you could go into the menu, if you go into the ecosystem,
yeah,
you will see there that we have all of our use cases with different icons, everyone meaning what they are, and it's a special way to present this to people because like our name is Facil, like easy. We want to make things for people more easy to get them, like the experience of the user. So we are not trying to look very technological. We are trying to look, in fact, very like innovative and simple. So that if you see, for example, the roadmap that we have there as well, or if you can show the documentation page, Scott, that would be nice as well. In the docs, in the menu, there you see. We have some. It's like this is like the documentation that you have on PancakeSwap, for example, is very organized. You have all the points to check. You can see everything in detail. Of course, as our website is on beta, we haven't taken the screenshots correctly and explained step to step. So this part is also on beta and developing, but I think that 95% is already there. And you can understand the project in completely if you read this part. Like that is the website has a lot of support. The person behind this website is a developer that probably I have never known a person in my life that is much professional than him. He makes the website of the ONU, of the United. What is it called in English? Well,
I don't know. You can tell how passionate Karma is about this. We could go on forever and ever, but I think we're already 15 minutes over our time for the project. So I appreciate.
No, that's okay.
Yeah,
no, I can definitely see the passion in you guys, on the project.
Yeah.
And it's actually is a beautiful thing to see. You got to have that conviction, right? I mean, when you build something, there's going to be a lot of doubters out there, right? You will have that, but so seeing you guys have a lot of convictions, you guys have a lot of passion. I mean, it makes me believe that you guys can actually execute this. I mean, you guys already proven that you guys execute a lot of things already prior to the pre-sale. So yeah,
Yeah.
I look forward to it for sure. So yeah,
I'm
thank you,
excited to see
Karma.
all you guys too. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Scott. Go ahead, Scott.
No, I'm just excited to see your community come in and take part. We're going to have things that we're going to do for the community, I think, as well, and for participation in the future too. We're going to be doing stuff. So definitely stop into the Telegram groups, stop on Twitter, come see us, come experience what we're building, and see how much the team is there. So thank you so much.
Yeah, so after this, I will pin a post that has their TG in it. So if you guys go over there, just give a meaningful feedback on the AMA, okay? Do not spam, do not do a bunch of stickers. Good, meaningful feedback. And either I will go there or Johnny will go there and pick one win over there, $10 win over there, okay? Just be part of the community. Seems like the team is good. I always invest in the people, not necessarily the concept. And I think as you guys can see, team is 100% doxed, very passionate, and a lot of conviction as well. And it seems like they're very ambitious. So, you know, you got to go out there and I guess think big, right? And dream big. And that's what the team is doing here.
Yeah.
Any last word for us, Scott, Karma, or Dean Toshi, or Sticks?
I think that I have talked a lot, so I don't want to take the time maybe from other people of the
Okay,
team that
I'll
are really
take over here. I don't know. Like I said when I first started talking earlier today, I've been on a lot of teams and I've seen a lot of teams fail. And this is a whole different team here. The team has already built 7 utilities before we even started looking for any kind of fundraising. They are busting their asses every day trying to get even more ready before launch. And besides that, we're going into probably one of the biggest bull runs coming here. So to have this set up the way we have, the time that we have, and for people to be able to get in on the ground floor, that is super bullish, guys. So I would just encourage everyone, just come over, check out our community, and just ask any kind of questions, because we're always around. We'll answer any questions anytime.
Yes, and that we come here to change DeFi, really. So if you like DeFi, check our white paper, see if you like the model, and if you like the model, join, because maybe this will be the most important changes around the world these next years. And personally, I joined DeFi. Let's DeFi the world together.
Awesome. Well said, Dean. I was actually on mute there. We have a lot of questions in the room. You guys have like time just to take one or two really fast?
Of
Sure.
course, definitely.
Okay, I'm just gonna go and just pick one or two really quick here. And for those that, you know, put the questions in the room, we're not gonna have time to go through every single one of them, but I'm gonna just pick one or two here. All right, so the first one is from Oliver. He asked, or she asked, it says, are the token burning events scheduled regularly, or are they triggered by specific conditions or milestones within the project? Like for your burning event, is that done automatically? If it meets like
that'll
a
be a
little
continual thing.
threshold, or is that manually?
No, it's a continual thing, because we'll be burning tokens on the backing system continually. Like there'll be a chance for arbitrage. Like I said, there's 2 liquidity pools, so you'll be able to arbitrage between them and burn tokens on that backing system while you're arbitraging. So yeah, it will be a continual burn, basically.
The full ecosystem is made for burn. All the taxes that are as the cost of service are made for burning as well. So you will see that if you read the information in the white paper, you will see that every tool has a percentage for burning. So that's the the perfect answer. But also, if you want another answer for that, is that we have a plan for the future where we want also to burn, because we have the chance to do it, because with our model, we see an option that we don't need ever to buy tokens from the market, that we will receive them by a modality that we want. We can talk about it, but I'm not sure if we have more time for that. But the thing is that probably we will have burn events as well.
Sounds good. Now I have another question here really fast from Sylvia, and she asked, what percentage of the pre-sale liquidity is allocated for the development and listing on other exchanges? Now that doesn't make sense. I think what she means is that what percentage of the pre-sale is devoted to liquidity, development, and if you have any set aside for exchanges in the future.
I think that the question is really logical. Yes, and also on your side, it answers the other part. That is perfect. Is because from the total supply, the 100% will be done during the private sale and pre-sales. The full percentage, 70%, is destined to the buys. 20% will go to the development, that are the listing cost, are auditories, general services of blockchain, outside chain. I mean, like real markets adoption, listings, etc., and salaries. And the 10% of that as well will go to the liquidity on PancakeSwap. So there you will see reflected the market cap. The other 70% is made for the cost of the investment. In the end, it's the benefit of the investor. 50% of that 70%, this slide is 35, is on BNBs on the balance, and the other 35 on Facil tokens. So that's the principle of the one-to-one peer-to-peer. And after that, the backing system activates and starts elevating, increasing, or ever growing the balance, increasing the floor price of the token.
Awesome. Thanks for that answer there, Karma. Okay, one last one, guys. So Crypto Guru says, how does FacilFi ensure security and fairness during its private sale phase, particularly regarding token distribution and anti-dumping measures?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, first of all, during the pre-sale, he asked for private sale or pre-sale?
I think probably both. Just in general,
Okay.
how do you ensure the fairness of distribution of the tokens?
You want to answer, Dean, or do I answer?
You can answer. Sure.
Okay. Well, first of all, we provide a protocol of security that is the anti-dumping model. Every 30 days during the private and pre-sales, people can take their first withdrawal of 10%, and like that in time, that will prevent important reflections on the charts. But also we have the backing system that is always increasing the floor price of the token. So even though a token can have a volatility, the price of the token cannot go more down than the price of the balance. So in that sense, the price is always protected and increasing, assuming that the reflections will be not more than the 10% that is established by contract. Another point of security very fast is that we prevent front runner bots. So in that sense, you will never see an alteration on the charts or the economical life of this token, because you don't have bots there that are buying or selling or interacting with the contract like infected. You know that you see that normally 99.9% of products in the blockchain that is infested, and I think it's like that. You know that's even more security. We can go with the TFA factor. You know that I explained after. I explained it before that the people will not be able to move their investment if they don't have the password of the system, right? So that's even more secure. People cannot hack your wallet and take out your Facil tokens, etc.
Thanks for that. Now, just to touch further into that questions there, the team, you guys have vesting, and how long?
Vesting?
Yeah, the vesting period for the team tokens.
Yeah. Probably this month complete will be for that, and we will be prepared for what is coming next month.
No, what he means is
have team tokens.
there
We
will
don't have
only
team.
be 10%
No,
vesting per month. So
no, we don't
10%
have
per
team
month
tokens.
will be vested.
Right.
Yeah, there are no team tokens, but the vesting period will be a month. So every month there will be 10% released of the private sale. With that, though, they could be just sitting on them because the price will be going up. That's the thing, right? We're planning it for the bull season, so that's kind of why we're timing it the way we are.
Well, there you have it, Crypto Guru there, because he wanted to, or she wanted to know the regarding the fairness of the distribution. So there's no team token, and if you participate in the pre-sale or the private sale, you have 10%. 10%, you're able to get 10% every month, correct?
Exactly.
Yes.
Imagine that normally the projects, when they create it and they make the private sales, what is their security protocols? You know, our modality is totally different in that sense. It's an ever-growing system backing model. It probably in a good bull run, this could be, I don't know how to explain, because if it happens, I probably will have a heart attack.
Awesome. All right, guys. That's the last question we're going to take. I know there's a lot of questions in the room. So after this, again, I will open up the room and I will pin the TG. If you go there, give a meaningful feedback, be part of the community, we will go there. Myself, Johnny, would pick a winner over there as well. And we also will pick a one good questions from today. So with that being said, guys, it's been a pleasure. Dean Toshi, pleasure to see you again. You know, you've been around here a lot. Karma, great presentation. I love the ambition. Scott, Sticks, pleasure to meet you guys as well. And I wish you guys the best in the future.
Great meeting you too. Thank you very much for having us. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Seattle.
Thanks, Seattle.
Awesome. So one last thing, guys. So when the room opens, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go through here, and I'm just going to pick one random participant to win a $10. But when the room opens, let's do 1 to 200. All right, random number, 5 guesses only. Okay, guys, 5 guesses only. 1 to 200 wins another $10. So the $10 here is going to go to Furley N, whoever that is. Okay, Furley N. I'm gonna go ahead and copy your username right now, and we will post it in the room. So great job for winning this $10. All right, guys. So with that being said, I think that should wraps it up. And I see my man Mike here just came in. I did. Yo, Mike. Didn't know he was here.
Yeah, Mike has been in the chat. He's been in the chat for a while.
What's good?
He's been coming in late.
I've been lurking in the back listening to you guys.
Hey, Mike.
All right, guys. Well, that wraps it up, and we will see you guys on the next one. So yeah, guys. Hey, so when your pre-sale comes, just let us know, okay? We'll post you guys. We'll pin a post for you guys when it comes.
Thank you very much. When you do that, we will come to give some private sale tickets here for you as well, for the community of USA Crypto Eagles. Let's do it,
guys. Awesome. What? All right, guys. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Bye-bye.